Okay, percentage skills practice part 2. We pick up here on problem number 11. Again, I'm going to write most of these or all of these as proportions. I think it's easier from story problems, so that's how I do it. In number 11, you currently jog 20 miles a week. Your personal trainer is crazy and wants you to jog 275% as much as you currently jog in a week. If you oblige your trainer and do as she requests, how many miles will you end up jogging? Okay, so still thinking about, well, I see a percent goes over 100. Now, 100% is what I'm doing now. 275% is what my trainer wants, right? So this is me, this is my trainer. So when you're looking at your other one, we have 20 miles. That's what I'm doing. This is what my trainer wants me to do. If I follow my trainer, cross multiply, I will have to run 55 miles a week. And unless I'm training for a marathon, that's just not going to happen. All right, so we see, now let's go to 12. On a South Shoreline train car heading to Chicago, there are a total of 56 people in the front car, 16 of which are headed to Chicago to see the Cubs play. What percentage of the people in the car are traveling to see the Cubs? Okay, what percent? And now we think part to whole. Well, it told us total of 56 people. That goes on the bottom, and the part is 16. So we cross multiply. I get 1600 is 56x. Divide both sides by 56, and if I round that percentage, I get 28.57%. 13. Anne, a member of the local Girl Scout troops, hold 30 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. If this represents 12% of the total number of boxes the troop sold, how many did the entire troop sell? Okay, so we have percent over 100. Now, we're talking about Anne compared to the total. So Anne sold 30, the troop sold X. I cross multiply, and the troop sold 250 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Yum, yum, yum. 14. A baseball jersey normally costs $60.20. That's cheap. Currently, it's on sale for 40% off. What is the sale price? Okay, now here's the key. It's on sale for 40% off. That means 60% on, right? You're still paying 60%. So my proportion is 60% over 100. The normal cost was 60/20. What's the sale cost? Right? Does that make sense? 40% off means you're still paying 60% of the price. Hopefully that makes sense. We cross multiply and we get an answer of $36.12. So that baseball jersey is on sale for $36.12. Heck of a deal. You should buy two. 15. At a future showing of the movie 23 Jump Street, Men in Black, 28 of the 160 attendees will buy popcorn. What percent will not? Well, you can do this problem really two different ways. But if I have 160 people and 28 are buying popcorn, that means 132 are not buying popcorn. So what percent is the 132 out of 160? We cross multiply, and I get an answer of 82.5% are not buying popcorn. I do wonder if movie theaters would drop the price of popcorn if more people would buy it. So would they actually increase their sales and their profit if they would lower the price? Because you would sell more? I don't know. I'm sure there's a cost-benefit analysis there that's been done, but very interesting to see. 16. A massive furniture warehouse currently holds 1,200 couches. That's a lot of couches. Suppose that Tom Cruise wants to buy 1.5% of those couches. How many is he going to buy? Well, I have a percent. Percent goes over 100. This is the total number of couches. Tom Cruise is buying part of them. I'm using the variable T to represent Tom. Why not? Cross multiply. Tom Cruise wants to buy 18 couches. Why would anybody need 18 couches? I have one and I barely use that. 17. There are 6 Mars bars in Kenny's Halloween bag. If this is 15%. So when I do my 15 over 100, the 6 is in line with the 15. If this is 15% of the total, how many total candy bars does Kenny have? So we are trying to find the total. That makes sense. Cross multiply, 600 equals 15x. Divide both sides by 15, and there should be 40 candy bars in Kenny's bag. 18. The current price of a hot dog at a local diner is 160% of what it was last year. If the hot dog cost $2.10 last year, how much is it today? Okay, so we have the percent over 100. This is what it is today on top. Last year is on the bottom. So it says the hot dog was $2.10 last year. So $2.10 goes on the bottom. What is it today? So I cross multiply, and the hot dog was is $3.36 now. That better be a gourmet hot dog. I mean, you can go to Walmart and buy a whole pack for less than that. 19. Alan just purchased a Zach blah 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 bobblehead from Amazon for $44.33 before taxes. The original price was $68.20. On the website, there's a sign directly above the sale price that says on sale, percent off. Fill in the blank. Well, what percent? Now, you paid part of it, right? It was on sale compared to the whole. When you solve this, you get 65%. Now remember, this is how much you actually paid. So Alan paid 65% of the price. That means if you take that away from 100%, that means it was 35% off because you paid 65%, if that makes sense. Hopefully. Number 20. This one I think is a little bit confusing to kind of think through, so let me talk through it. This ad is for a 2016 season shopping pass for a theme park. If you purchase this season shopping pass for $14.99, how much in merchandise do you have to purchase before applying the discount in order for the pass to pay for itself? So if you think about that, you want to figure out when is this 20% savings equal to $14.99, because that's what you paid for the price, right? If you're going to save less than $14.99, this pass isn't worth it. So basically you're saying, okay, 20% is how much I'm saving. So 20% of what number? Because this, how much do I have to spend before the price, would give me the $14.99. So I'm going to go ahead and just write an equation since that's kind of what I did. 20% of what number is $14.99. Now, when I divide both sides by 0.2, I get x equals 74.95, decimal point. So if you spend $74.95, thinking about this, right, 20% off. So as a proportion, if the total is $74.95 and you get 20% off, you are actually going to pay $59.96, which is a savings of $14.99, which is exactly what we wanted to know, right? So as long as you're going to spend $75 or more, this pass is going to be worth it because you're going to save at least the amount that you paid. If you're going to spend more than $75, then this is a good deal because you're going to actually save more than what you would have if you didn't have the pass.